And we are live. Let me just check the audio real quick. I think we should be good. Welcome to my little analysis of Furina's character demo. Now, I've already watched this multiple times, and I've seen a lot of talk about in social media about it that pointed out things that I didn't notice in my first go around. So we're going to walk through this step by step, and I'm going to point out some stuff you've probably missed. Okay, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most spectacular show in the history of Fontaine. Please put your hands together for our national icon, Fontaine's biggest celebrity, one of the 7 archons of Tibet, the Regina of all orders, kindreds, peoples, and laws, Furina de Fontaine!
Now here we have her opening, this big fanfare, this announcement of a royal-like figure. And then we switch to this sorta almost intimate French accordion. Now, Marco Meatball is probably the better one to listen to about the musical analysis of all of the tracks in this. No. Yeah, let's keep going. Her actions are obviously played up for show.
Vocal cords ready, blood sugar replenished. Let the show begin!
Now we've got a real 1920s swing vibe going on here. And lots of reference to, the era 1920s France. You even got that old-timey talk show host in the beginning with her introduction, and even the fonts. Fonts. Because Fontaine. The absolute focus of the stage of judgment until the final applause sounds. I actually didn't read that before. It's very showy, very much, oh, I'm a celebrity. Now, obviously, this segment is referencing the silent films of the era. Though, interestingly enough, my dear vassal, this is not a foe you can lightly handle. Fret not, for it is I who shall dispose of such a foul being. Furina is obviously making herself the star, the main character, the savior, reducing Clorinde, a master duelist, to this supportive, pathetic character who can't beat up a freaking seal. And this seal, she's fighting this seal on land. Like, if you've played the game, you'll notice that if you attack the seals when they're on land, they will barely fight back. They will not budge. At most, they will flip a flipper, but that is so easily dodged. It's probably one of the weakest and most easily beatable enemies in the game. And yet, she shows off and portrays herself as this powerful figure who's gonna save the day when fighting these most basic ass enemies. And even when she fight the crowd, she doesn't do any of the work. She sends out her little esteemed guests to fight for her. Further symbolism for her role as a figurehead. She does not run Fontaine. Now, if you see, she played rock, paper, scissors with Mademoiselle Crabaletta, and then gloats of her victory. Now, obviously, Mademoiselle Crabaletta is incapable of throwing anything other than scissors. So when Furina throws rock, the outcome's already guaranteed. There's no way she can lose unless she chooses to. So I believe this rigged match of rock, paper, scissors actually might represent something more grand. That things might be rigged by her from the beginning. That this isn't fair. This justice she espouses is all by design. Now, oh, this is a fun bit. Okay, we're gonna have to slow down this one. If you look, the NPCs here are all Sumeru NPCs. And the way she is swinging is reminiscent of Nahida's idol animation with the little swing. And then we switch over and notice the backdrop has also changed from green to teal, representing Animo and Mondstadt. And now she's playing a frickin' liar with Mondstadt NPCs in the foreground, and I think that's actually Swan right there, maybe. And then, of course, we switch over to Inazuma. And she is in the Raiden Shogun signature pose with the purple background. And then, of course, for Liyue, for Morak, she just tosses out a bunch of Mora with the Liyue NPCs. But also, this might be referencing a famous piece of artwork with this girl on a swing. I'm not too sure about that, though. Okay, let's turn the speed back up to normal. Now, we're gonna probably be switching speeds all throughout this. Now, when she tosses her hat, it is out into the audience, and yet now we've got this fashion paparazzi shoot with her hat being handed back to her, obviously, where she is treated very much as, again, she's a celebrity. She's this fake figure made for people to worship.
Natural smiles, please.
But here is where it gets really interesting. Things switch up, and she's the one behind the camera.
Hold it, and action!
Now, I've been told, or I saw posts about, that the following sequences are actually meant to be representations of the previous Archon quests. This would be represented by Child being the traveler running away from the Millilith during the Liyue Archon quest, ironically. And I find this novelette very funny. But I have been told that this is actually supposed to reference when Venti's Gnosis was taken by Signora. I suppose novelette would be the best substitute for an Archon if it was, since Furina is very much not taking the part. But she's got them in all these poses, telling all these stories. She's treating them like her toys. Playing with them for her own amusement. And here we've got the roles of Linny and Lynette switched up. Very much reversing the roles has been a thing throughout her entire demo. And notice, when she takes off Renee's helmet, water. There's water in the helmet. That's got me a bit nervous. And here, it is even more obvious, where she has tiny little figures of Risley and Clorand that she's made pose in a duel. And oh gosh, this has got to be one of my... something I noticed myself originally. Let's play it back slow. Because this is her normal burst animation, right? Okay, so we've got this whole little paper storybook, pop-up book setup that she's looking over. And all of her, quote, esteemed guests, unquote, are originally facing her. But then she leans in with this almost devious smile, and they run away from her with looks of panic on their faces. Like, look at poor Crabaletta. She's crying. This is very much I'm the puppet master pulling the strings kind of thing, in my opinion. Very much unserious. Everything is a game. And, oh gosh. This last bit's actually more funny than representative of any deeper lore, I think. It's typical of, like, a musical to have all of the cast members come out for the final act. And she sits back, eating pink as everyone around her is fighting. Though, if you notice, there's actually some pretty funny details in this fight. Hold up, where are the ones I noticed? So you've got everyone fighting these random NPCs for some reason. And then Clorand and Navia are running in the back. This is a reference to Singing in the Rain, most likely, like the famous musical. Risley over here is beefing with the cameraman. And if you notice, Clorand and Navia are arguing. Linny and Lynette are wailing on this poor guy who's curled up in a fetal position. Risley straight up socks that guy so hard he falls down out of frame. Oh, I think I missed the part where a child makes a frickin'... Oh, yep, there he is! Look at him. He drop kicks the guy in the background. So yeah, there's just a lot going on here. This attack is in. Meanwhile, Nibelette knees got a poor Maripede guard in the nuts. Before the grand finale with everybody posing. And then she waves at the end of the takes a bow. The curtain, the blue curtain of Fontaine dropping, and yet, complete silence. There's no crowd, there's no applause. In the end, she's alone. Which, given her teaser, that is, has some implications, I'd say. shoot, there was something else I was gonna say, but I forget. But yes, throughout it, she's treating them like dolls. Everything is a game. She is unbothered, unserious, and views these people we've seen whose stories and lives have such rich and complex meaning to them and often such tragedy. And she treats them as toys. Oh yes, that's right. I remember now. The song that plays during the final little bit. Let's go back so you can hear it in full time. No. Now, under Marco Meatball's video, somebody actually translated these French lyrics. Let me find them right now. I'm not sure how accurate the translation is, but they posted, "The world is but a stage. Why cry when you can laugh instead? For laughter is humanity's preserve. Laugh it all off. Fret not. Let's just enjoy the moment." So it very much is like, almost reminiscent of the Fatui, laughing at fate, and almost being in such a severe sort of denial of reality. Thus her saying that opera mixes truth and reality. To her, life is an opera. Something where she can stage all the players. At least this is what I've taken from it all. And things very well are most likely going to come crashing down around her. And she is going to reap what she sowed. We do not know yet to the extension, to what extent she has lied and deceived. However, from the 4.2 trailer, Nouvellette said that she has fooled everyone and even called her devious. So I'm convinced that Furina is going to be an antagonist. That she is the herald of the apocalypse to come. Whoo, boy. I am so looking forward to 4.2. The trailer was amazing, and honestly, I kind of suspected Furina was hiding stuff from the beginning. From her first few minutes on camera, I could, after her introduction in the Archon quest, I could tell she was fake. She was fake. She was a people pleaser. She did what she thought the people wanted. She's manipulative. And I could sense that, particularly because, not only because they represented it so well and did such good storytelling, but because I have known a lot of people like her in real life. People that seem perfect and pretty and popular on the outside, who are honestly rotten to the core. However, we don't have enough information. But this is what we can derive from the symbolism, the examples were given in her character demo, her teaser, and the 4.2 trailer. So, those are my theories, and happy 4.2! Alright, hopefully see you tomorrow, if I'm well enough. Please. I've been pretty dang sick. Alrighty, bye!